What's up, YouTube? It's Battlescar. AI has become about as inescapable as thinking about a cheeseburger when you're on a diet. No matter how hard you try, there really is no winning. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with AI. I often use AI to make my work with data analytics or coding or writing emails a lot more efficient using large language models. But the part of AI that I despise is when AI gets involved in the creative side of things. Things like image generation, deep fakes, and so on. I know that makes me a bit of a fence sitter, but it's really no surprise that most people have started hating on AI big time. They kind of see it as just another shitification feature forced into everything, the same way that your drunk uncle forces a political discussion at family dinners. But you know who has a pure love relationship with AI? Big company executives and CEOs. In fact, it's gotten so intense, it's pretty much a fetish at this point. TikTok creators have started sounding the alarm and raising everyone's status to DEFCON 1 about a new policy that TikTok has rolled out. TikTok has auto-enrolled everyone's content without consent onto their AI remix feature. Now, I know what you're asking, but Battle, what is this feature? Well, I'll tell you. The AI remix feature enables TikTok's users to have tools to reformat, edit, or transform uploaded videos into new short-form content. This includes using your video, photo, and audio in AI-generated remixes. Now, that's a lot of words, right? But fortunately, we already have a very nice way of describing it. What this is a site-wide AI deepfake toolkit, meaning users can make TikTok videos and change it to make, do, and say whatever you want using prompts. Now, sure, there might be some guidelines or parameters or things that it cannot do and it's not allowed to do, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you can make TikTok users basically do and say things that they would never consent to. Now, some of you also might recall that there's this Grok feature on X that was rolled out that allowed you to change a post or an image, which pretty much resulted in every post featuring a woman requesting Grok to put them in a bikini. And it's just seriously awful. Now, let me just also make a couple of points clear on what this actually means and how it's working. And that's kind of where a lot of the deviousness in this is. Now, every TikTok user's videos, even those from years and years ago, this is a retroactive change, has been made auto opt-in for AI processing. There was no updated end-user license agreement or message or pop-up or anything about it. This auto opt-in was shadow launched by TikTok, leaving everybody to kind of find out about it through social media or if they happen to stumble across it. I was quite curious about what the legality of this was, so I actually went up looking a little bit through TikTok's end-user license agreement. And if that doesn't really show you how dedicated I am, I don't know what to say. There's a section in their end-user license agreement that says the following. To provide the platform, we need certain rights from you called a license. By creating, inputting, publishing, and otherwise providing your content on the platform, you grant TikTok a license to use your content that is non-exclusive, irrevocable, and royalty-free, assignable and sub-licensable, and worldwide. Our license to use your content includes our rights to access, reproduce, distribute, share, download, adapt, or make derivative works. Now, in many jurisdictions like the EU, user content must be informed, specific, and opt-in for high-risk data features like AI trading. So it seems like this is a bit of a legally gray area on this move that TikTok is making. But I fear that even if they were forced to reverse it, everyone's content might have already been processed by that point. What makes this extra crazy is that this feature is opt-in per video. So there's not one big kill switch or opt-out button where you can opt out account-wide. You have to go video by video and opt out. For some content creators, this is thousands of videos, especially for short-form content where you might be posting multiple times a day. Plus, for your future videos, these are still auto opt-in, meaning you have to opt them out only after posting the videos. Now, to make it clear, and I think it should be no secret at this point, that this laborious, long-winded approach to opt-out is by design. This isn't a mistake. This is the plan. You get nothing while TikTok makes fat stacks to pay out dividends to its shareholders on your likeness. And this is why you'll often see actors and writing guilds strike about. Now, what I haven't seen a lot of people talk about is that just because you've opted out doesn't mean your video hasn't already been processed or assumed using AI. The same thing goes for your future videos. You can opt out only after posting, but it might have already been processed by then. Who knows? It's serious evil mastermind shit. Like Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Dr. Eggman would go yikes over some of the AI-driven moves that these companies are making. And some of you might recall that a similar thing happened on DeviantArt a couple of years ago, where all the users' art on the site was forced in, kind of opt in for these AI features, and they faced massive backlash. And a lot of users left the platform. But the sad thing is that the site has recovered since then, and not just recovered, it's actually grown. But I unfortunately don't think this is going to be any different. And it's just a pretty sad situation, but it gives credence to that old saying where nothing is free, and if the product is free, then you are the product. Anyway, just a pretty despicable story all around, and kind of just wanted to talk about it. Have a good one. Cheers.